Hi there. Welcome to Craft with Kathie. Chuck sent out a little surprise this morning as a customer appreciation gift to all customers and Perks members and designers, 20% off any orders of $100 or more. Just use the code THANKYOU at checkout. Good for February 27th and 28th. Isn't this wonderful? Time to get working on some Easter projects, and I have a stencil from last year that is perfect for spring, summer, and Easter. There's 4 separate designs. You can cut them apart and use as you wish. Lots of detail. Again, it's called Room to Bloom, and right now it is deeply discounted under our special section. Here's one way to use it, and I'm going to show you something else. So I've cut apart the stencil or transfer, and now I'm fuzzing it on my fuzzing towel or fuzzing cloth. If you don't have a fuzzing cloth, you're free to use a towel or anything with a little bit of lint. I am going to actually do this on the flip side that I've already done an image on. I picked up something, I don't know what it is. Okay, so basically I'm going to do the words Happy Easter in nominee, but I'm going to use the hot mess technique for the border of the flowers and things. So I'm going to do the hot mess technique, which means I'm going to use different color pastes. I'm going to use peach cobbler, a nice peachy, bright and cheery color. These are going to be, I was going to have some green, and I guess I didn't bring any green out here. Shimmer violet. Oh, this will be nice and bright. And glacier. So I'm going to just dab these 3 colors around the border. Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit of my peach, and I'm just going to dab it kind of all over. You know what, I'm going to actually do the border too. I don't really care. I was going to try and do that in the gold, but I think I'll just do the hot mess for the border and for the flowers around it. So I'm just applying the different colors of chalk paste. Little dabs, not a whole lot, just a little dab interspersed between the other colors. And then I will blend these together with my finger. Easy to do, lots of fun, a little bit messy, but not too bad really. So I'm putting on my last color, the violet, and then we'll get to blending. This is called the hot mess technique. And all you do with that is you lightly wet your finger and you use it to blend the colors together. You don't want to mix them up too much because you don't want it to become muddy. And my paste was dry and I was going a little bit too slow there, or maybe a little bit too frugal on my paste. But when I get done with the blending, then I'll come back and make sure I hit any of the missed areas with my squeegee as I squeegee over it. And that, in a nutshell, is the hot mess technique. It's a nice kind of marbled effect that it gives you. I did go with rather light pastel colors here, so it's not really dramatic. I was leaving the drama for the wording in the nominee. But it has a nice kind of light springtime touch to it, I think. I'm going to lift up each side for a minute or so just to let it dry a little bit so that my paste does not become stuck in the transfer, because this took me a little bit longer than I intended. So this is the paste and peel technique. Paste it and then peel it up and then go on to the next section. It's that simple. I did do a little cleanup here where I went off the edges. Doing a little cleanup of my surface here so that I don't drag my sleeves through it or anything. And I'm going to be using this nominee for the lettering. It's a beautiful gold metallic. It's different from our shimmers. It has more of a metallic or reflective quality. It's easy to use and it is beautiful. It actually was one of our color of the months, but we loved it so much we asked Chalk to make it a standard color, and a few months later it's one of our regular chalk paste that's available every day. So isn't that wonderful? I'm just going over the lettering, pulling the chalk towards me, flipping it around to do the other edge of the wording, and then it's time for peel and reveal. Now all I have to do is run this transfer over to the sink. I'll use a little board eraser, which I cut in half to kind of clean off the top, and then I'll kind of wash the chalk paste off the back with my fingers. And then I will use a disinfecting wipe to make sure I got off all the paste. And then I will set it sticky side up to dry on a flat surface. And once it's dry, I can put it back on its backer. If you'd like to save money on your crafting supplies, consider becoming a Perks member. It's easy. It costs you $20 a month, and in return for that $20, you will get $20 a product credit. Great, so you get your money back. You also will get 30% off of any of your purchases. Pretty cool, right? You get access to Designer Studio, a great community of talented designers that share their projects and are more than willing if someone's stumped and says, oh, what do you think I should use, this color or this color, or what do you think this would go better on what type of surface? Everybody jumps in and offers their advice and their ideas, so it's a great community of talented designers. So the 30% off, access to Designer Studio, and then of course different perks and whatever along the way. So that's great. It's called the Perks program. You could just go to my website for that and join up if that fits you. If it doesn't, don't worry. You're welcome, no matter how you want to purchase or whatever fits your style or your need or whatever. You know, it's a great program for creators and makers that want to save money on their craft supplies. But you do what works for you. This turned out kind of nice. I'm very happy with it. It was easy to do and quick. And this could obviously stand vertically or horizontally. And yes, I need to get a screwdriver and screw that in. I was taking it apart and then changed my mind. But basically, I don't want to smudge it while it's wet. I don't actually have to do that. I've got the I love you on one side and Happy Easter on the other. Don't want to be designers, but would like a great big discount on their supplies. So that's what it's there for. Everyone's welcome. Any questions, just drop me a comment or personal message me. It's fine. I'm here. Tonight's project. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you soon.